What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the second episode of the Hella Average Gamecast. I'm your co-host Cam alongside Carmen. What's going on, Carmen?
Not too much, man. Just trying to make it through another work week.
Man, it's been a tough one, hasn't it?
It has, man. Every day's felt like Monday to me, but today feels like Friday because we're about to talk about E3.
Absolutely. Coming hot off the heels of a somewhat mediocre E3, I would say.
I would agree. There were some people that really showed out. There were some people that just kind of kept it low-key.
You know, it's kind of... The overall feel, the vibe was just not there for me this year. I mean, I know we saw the Project Scorpio, which ended up being Microsoft, what is it, Xbox One X?
Xbox One X.
Which is a very underwhelming name, if I must say.
They just can't figure it out, man. Xbox 360, Xbox One, Xbox One X.
I was expecting like Xbox One S Elite Pro X 21 squared, knowing them, but
I just expected them to tell us we were getting Windows 11.
And drop the mic, walk out.
All right, we're done.
Oh man, but you know, we had some good announcements. Nothing groundbreaking. I think the biggest groundbreaking thing was Nintendo dropping a new Metroid. That had a lot of people just flabbergasted. Nobody saw that coming.
2 Metroid games.
Yep.
Metroid Prime, and then the Metroid for the 3DS. I can't remember the name right now.
I can't either off the top of my head. But yeah, 2 Metroid games on 2 different consoles. That's huge.
Really is.
But you know, other than that, and we'll get into it. We'll talk about some of the highlights. But man, it's just there was nothing there. You know, like stuff we already knew. Some stuff looked pretty good. But then all the other stuff, man, I was just kind of, you know.
Yeah, nothing really blew me away. Like I predicted previously, I thought Nintendo was going to blow the doors off, and Nintendo did just that. So, if you're ready to get into it, we can start talking about some of the major conferences that we covered, and we can just jump right into EA, and we know they're the sports kings, and they opened up with Madden 18. Who's got my boy Brady on the cover? Let's go. 5 rings.
All right, the Madden curse. The Madden curse is going to eat him up, man. Eat him alive.
Have you seen the video that he posted where he's like breaking glass, breaking mirrors, and walking under ladders and shit?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh my god, I'll send it to you when we get done.
All right, that's what's up. Yeah, but he's going to get on there. He's going to break his knee first game in. Probably preseason. He's out.
It's okay. He'll still have better stats than Eli. But I digress.
Not my Giants. Oh my goodness.
So then,
no, they opened up with Madden 18, and it looks good. They try every year to improve on Madden. And the EA Game Changers come in, and they try to make new features and just make what the players want. So, if you're a Madden fan and you're a sports fan, you can't help but be excited for it.
Oh, yeah. I'm stoked about FIFA. I'll probably be back in FIFA.
Yeah, and they're launching. They said they're launching the biggest FIFA tourney sometime this year. They didn't tell a whole lot of detail about it, but it sounded like a really big deal for them.
Do you forget that I'm hella average?
They have some kind of new capture that they're doing this year for FIFA. Look really cool. Like the way they're capturing the players and stuff to port them over to the actual game itself. So it looks really cool.
Oh, yeah. Well, they always focus on the big names, so maybe they'll be able to get some of these small fries looking better.
Yeah, that'd be good. And I'm not a FIFA fan. I've played probably 4 hours of FIFA my entire life.
Oh, man.
So
I've probably buried 400 hours into FIFA.
Good gosh.
And then I take a break every other season, and then, I'll probably be back on this one.
You have to let us know how it is, because I'm not buying it.
I definitely will. What'd you think about Battlefield 1's DLC?
That's a pretty big deal. I mean, the night maps are cool. They did the night maps in Battlefield 4. Really cool stuff. And you get a couple of 8 new maps total, I believe.
Wow.
It's called In the Name of the Czar.
Okay.
Looks cool. It's coming out in September. I mean, yeah, it's Battlefield. Battlefield 1 is a great game, and they're going to give us plenty of content for it and keep supporting it, just like they have previously. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited about it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we knew about Battlefield. We knew that there was going to be some DLC. Not a huge announcement for EA. Need for Speed was a big deal. I like the way it looked.
Yeah, Need for Speed looks good. Hopefully it takes us back to maybe like the Underground days. Those games really stole my heart when I was playing those. So
I don't know if you paid attention to the guy doing the demo. It was painful. He kept messing up. It was a painful demo to watch.
That's what happens when you got people playing live.
Yep. Hey,
similar things happen in other conferences. Yeah, it is funny when you watch them mess up, and then they just keep messing up. The pressure gets to them, man.
Oh, I'd be sweating if I was up on that big stage and having to play this game in front of 100, 1,000 people, something like that. Whew.
I know, something that you practice for hours and hours, and then you get up there and you're like, can I get 2 Xanax, please?
Calm me the fuck down.
Thanks. Yeah. So, I think
you're playing as 3 different characters in this one. So
really?
I guess it's going to be kind of like, yeah, it sounds like it's going to be kind of like that, like Grand Theft Auto did maybe, where, one character will be driving you. In the demo, it looked like you were still in a car, so it kind of reminded me of, like, I guess, a Fast and Furious type thing. One character drove you up to this tractor trailer, then the next one kind of got the car driven out, as far as I remember. So, like, you're switching out between 3 characters.
Should be pretty really interesting.
Cool. And the one thing that I really found cool about this one is called the Relic system. And out in the world, you're just finding, like, old school cars, like, tore down cars, and you're going to build them up, put all this money into them and make them into, souped up new cars. So that's kind of cool.
Gotta go for that platinum, dog. Gotta go for that platinum.
Dog. I'm never going platinum in an E for Speed game.
Probably not. You get just too burnt out, or you'll beat it too fast, and then that'll be the end of it.
Yeah,
I think the last one I played, I just burned through it like in 8 hours or something, and then I was like, all right, that's cool. Thanks.
We had a friend who played it, and he said that when the final mission happened, he didn't even know it was over. He had no clue.
Oh, wow. It just ends, and then you're back in your car driving around.
Yeah, you're just driving around like, what the hell happened? But, yeah, it looks good. The gameplay looked crispy, and, like, they had some really cool, like, slow crashes, and that seemed really cool to me. Like, those slow crashes seemed really cool.
Yeah, I like those kinds of animations.
Yeah, so, I mean, yeah, it looked good. EA's doing their thing this year. They brought their games to the table, and you can't deny them of that. They were pumping up Scorpio. They're going to do some stuff for the Scorpio, true 4K. So
pump it.
Yeah, why not?
All right.
So I guess the big thing for them, everybody wanted to see was Anthem. Well, they didn't know about it. Was Anthem? That's the new IP. They teased it. Just a little bit of Anthem was teased in EA's conference.
Yeah, they're not going to give us much.
Yeah, we got to see this little small trailer, maybe like a glimpse of an exosuit. But then they ended up showing us a little bit more in Microsoft's press conference, so we'll talk about later. But that's BioWare's new IP, and man, it looks pretty cool. It's gonna, it's kind of a Destiny clone type thing, or it's gonna be like the BioWare's answer to Destiny. So that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, well, if Destiny 2 is done right, then competition won't even be a problem. But if they slipped up anywhere, that EA is gonna jump all over it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's no way they're not going to take advantage of something like that if they can get into that kind of first-person RPG shooter market,
Oh, yeah. They got into Battlefield because Call of Duty wasn't real enough, so. Oh. And they brought that, and they bring it hard every year, so.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about Anthem, I can't lie. I want to see, obviously we'll see more, and but, man, that game looked pretty good.
Oh, yeah. So what about Ubisoft?
Well, hold up. We can't leave EA yet.
No?
We didn't talk about Battlefront 2, the biggest show they had. Dog, this game looks amazing.
Yeah, well, so did the first one.
Yeah, but see, so that's what I'm saying. It looks like that they are listening to the fans. Like, the fans wanted so much more. The first one launched with, 3 game modes or something like that?
Yeah.
No story.
Nothing.
And it sounds like that they are listening to what the fans want and fixing that.
We'll see.
This game looks good. They showed 30 minutes of footage. I'm hooked. I'm gonna get the game. I'm gonna be playing it. I want to play as Darth Maul and wreck somebody's ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but how many times I almost pulled the trigger on Battlefront 1, and then you read a review, or you find a news article posted on Kotaku or Polygon, and all they're doing is trashing the game, and then you talk to somebody who has it, and they're like, "Yeah, I stopped playing it after an hour. I can't get behind it. I can't get behind this game."
Still, I think the game's like $20 now. You can pick it up and make your own opinion. You know what I mean? I don't see what I thought about picking it up for $20.
PayPal me, dog.
Hey, you missed the money bags, not me. But yeah, so that's the biggest announcement EA had. So that was, and everybody's. If you're a Star Wars fan, if you're a DICE fan, you're just clamoring to get this game.
We'll see. Hopefully the reviews are better. I'll take your word on it.
3 times more content, bro. That's all. They're pumping up. That's what they're saying. The content is going to be there. There's no denying that.
We will see. We will see.
But overall, if I have to look at EA's conference overall, they did just what they do every year. They come out, they show their sports games, they showed a little bit of Anthem, and then they showed Battlefront 2. And they had a solid conference. Nothing groundbreaking, nothing really unexpected. So, they had a solid performance. One of the better ones, I would think, but still nothing groundbreaking.
It's a consistent show, so if it's bad, it's bad, and if it's great, it's great. But if it's what they always bring, then you feel okay.
You're going to hear me saying this a lot. It just seems like this conference was just filled with bland announcements, and I hate to be that way because I'm always pumped about E3.
Yeah, it's that you get the hype will come within the next year and a half. You're going to start hearing about new generation of consoles coming out. These pro level versions, Xbox One X or PS4 Pro, it's just not enough.
Yeah. So you're doing these, and I hate to say it like this, but half-step consoles, Yeah. And these developers aren't even really developing for these consoles. They're not even really squeezing out the power they can from the original consoles,
Exactly.
So
you're giving them more, and then they're just going to use what you could have had before, probably. Maybe a little extra. Think
about this. When The Last of Us came out on the PS3, that game looked like a next-gen game. That game looked like it could be a PS4 game. But that was when developers could take every piece of the PS3, every bit of power, and squeeze it out and make a game like that. So that we have a lot to look forward to.
I agree. It's just when do they start taking advantage of it, and when does the big players decide that they want to drop a new console because this one's played out or it's time to get the upper hand?
Yeah, and another thing, you don't want to alienate any of your base, your consumer base, because if you start developing games just for Xbox One X or just for PlayStation Pro, and you leave the original Slims behind, then the consumers are going to start feeling salty towards you as a company,
Oh, of course. It would be bad news.
Oh, yeah, I'd put a nail in the coffin for a company, in my opinion.
I don't know about that, because, eventually they just drop you anyway, so it would be sooner than expected, but, it's gonna happen. We know it's gonna happen. And they phase these things out sooner than later. The PS2 got more support than the PS3, so.
Oh, yeah. It's like I think we were talking about earlier today, that you saw how they were, during the PS2 phase, Sony was on top of the world, and they thought they could do whatever they want, and then when the PS3 launched, you saw it happen. Sony they hurt themselves a little bit. Yep. And now they're back on top, and I don't foresee them going anywhere, but you can't make any dumb moves at this point.
Yeah. We'll go over some of that stuff when we get to Sony.
Yeah, I digress. Anyway, we can go to Ubisoft now. Good old Ubisoft.
Oh, my God. So let's start by saying no one in their right mind should buy an $800 copy of Assassin's Creed.
I saw that, and I couldn't help but laugh. I was like, this is ridiculous. This game is already getting strung out a little bit too much, in my opinion. And then you're going to release something like this, an $800 special? No, there's no way.
You buy this thing, and it better make me able to climb buildings.
Yeah, I better turn into an assassin.
And I want to jump into the hay bales, too, because that looks fun.
Well, not me. I'm scared of heights.
Because you're a pussy.
That's neither here nor there. We're talking about video games, not my personal life.
Far Cry 5 looked great.
Yeah, man, dude, I am excited about that game. It's one of those. I started with Far Cry 3, and I played every one since. So 3, 4, and Primal. But man, this game got me excited again for Far Cry. And I told myself I was done with it.
Yeah, but it's the new theme they're taking, and everything that they're going to do with this game. It's going to be just as good as the last one. The story's going to be better. You're going to be able to relate to it a little more. It's got its hooks in me right now.
Oh, yeah. And my big thing is, I like this religious cult feel, and the big thing is, now it's in America. Now it can feel a little bit more relevant to everybody, to all of us, because, man, you got this religious backwoods cult out in Montana that you're going to have to try to eradicate or, free the people who were enslaved by them. And I can't wait. That sounds really neat.
Yeah, I'm ready to get my hands on that game. Without
I'm not paying $800 for a gold statue or whatever the hell it is, but I don't need a soundtrack and a bunch of stickers,
No. It's not even relevant. Doesn't even make sense.
Nope. I pay $60 for it and be done.
I can buy a new TV for that.
Yeah. Like, who does that? I mean, and the thing is there are people out there who will do it.
Oh, yeah.
And I think there's a 999 piece run, so I'm sure that'll sell out.
I hope for them it does, but then again, I hope it doesn't. So,
and in general, I like Ubisoft. They do great with their games, and you know what you're getting with a Ubisoft game. I wasn't expecting Mario and Rabbids to blow me away the way it did. I'm really excited about that game, and I had no interest really.
Game is quirky, man.
Man, so when they were showing it, I was really excited. They showed really cool turn-based, like the action, the fighting. So, like, you move around, you can jump off another one of your teammates to get to behind something and attack an enemy. The combat looks awesome, and the RPG elements look pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun, and like it's kind of like if you could do Mario and like the minions, like it's that same kind of deal where it's like so goofy and crazy, and it gives you a laugh when you hear them talk or when they make a noise, and you can relate to Mario because that's from most people's childhood, unless you had a Sega.
Yeah, I mean, what I hope is that this doesn't start making crossovers, every year, like, Mario or Minions, like you said, or
I don't want to see it get played out.
But yeah, because they will play it out, that's for sure.
Yeah, but it's you can do it once and then you can do it again later with something else, but it's don't overkill it if it sells big.
Yeah, no, I agree. But no, the game it's got me really excited. Like I did not know that I was going to like it this much. I'm a Mario fan, but I'm not a diehard fan. I've played it and I can enjoy Mario. The last one I've played, I guess, is Mario World. I think it's Mario World on the 3DS. I'm not the hugest fan of Mario, and now that we've got this coming out, I'm like, between this and Mario Odyssey, which we'll talk a little bit more about a little bit more later, man, I am stoked.
They're crushing. They're really playing their, their figurehead.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they've got probably the most recognized brand ever. Yeah. So Mario is recognized worldwide, everywhere. So why not use it?
I think they're using their elements to their advantage, and they know that he's going to sell.
And why not? Now Ubisoft's going to make some money. So why not?
Trailer for Beyond Good and Evil 2 was great.
Oh, man, that game is going to be... I hope it's great. I never got into the first one. I know it's like a big cult hit from 2003 or whatever, but that trailer looked hilarious. Yeah. Like, those characters look awesome. Man, I'm telling you, like, I'm in. If the game keeps coming out and we start hearing a lot more stuff and it's like this, you got me hooked. Oh, yeah, I'm going to keep my eyes on it because... Just like you, I didn't play the first one, but this trailer really piqued my interest very well. So, yeah, and that was kind of, I would think one of their big reveals, probably their biggest reveal.
You think that was bigger than the new IP?
I don't know. I mean, we can talk about that. Skull and Bones, like I've been begging for a pirate game. I've been wanting a pirate game where I go fight, go plunder, and get my booty and everything. And this game might be it. You're fighting on 5v5. Each ship has different aspects to it, and it's something more hardcore and more badass than I think Sea of Thieves is. So this could be my kind of game.
Yeah, if they do it right and the gameplay is good, then it's going to get a lot of people interested, and it only helps that things like Pirates of the Caribbean, even though the movies aren't that great, it still plays into this pirate thing, and it plays into these fantasies of being on a ship.
Yeah.
I know for you, it's, like you relate to One Piece because you watched every episode.
Oh, yeah. Why not every episode? I think I'm on episode like 700 or something.
Yeah, so, I'm on like 40. And I want to be out there. I want to be a damn pirate.
I want to go out and I want to plunder and I just want to be a pirate. And I think this game, I saw this game and I kept yelling at the TV and Man, this is badass.
You see? Now, if they give me an 800 pirate wheel ship that I can steer with, then hell yeah, I'm in there.
This shit is pure mahogany, dog.
No, here's what you do. You go extremely crazy, $800,000 version, comes with a ship, and 4 cronies.
You just got them in your house chilling with you?
Yeah, and then like when you want to go get on your ship, you just walk outside.
That's it.
It's time to fight.
Boom.
Only 10 sold, 9 will be destroyed. All 10 damage.
And we need to make an app. And it'll be based on your GPS. And when some pirate treasure will pop up, and you can walk to it or sail to it with your boys, and then you fight like a fucking kraken or something when you get there.
Skull and bones go.
Let's go. Why not? AR's a thing, right? That's the thing.
Exactly. Our idea's getting stolen. Someone's listening to this.
Right now. You go check online, it's going to be like, Skull and Bones Go, then we're not even going to have that.
A major success. 5 million downloads.
Yeah, and we're going to be sitting here eating ramen noodles like, fuck.
I ain't ate ramen noodles since college.
Man, I love ramen, man. We were talking about that the other day. Give me some ramen.
But I think that really sums up Ubisoft.
No, we can't stop. First, did you by any chance catch this conference? Did you watch it?
No, I didn't watch it.
All right, so there was this dance routine, and it was obviously to promote Just Dance. But man, it was fucked up. Like you had this ghetto, like wrecked ass looking panda out there, some dudes in some like light vests. I mean, I had no idea what was going on. Like they just get weirder and weirder with those dance numbers each year.
Yeah, but it's like, why don't you just get like a good dance crew? Like, why don't you just get the Jabberwockies or something?
Yeah, but like, no, they had this mangy ass panda bear. I don't get it. Like, why am I gonna buy your game if it's got a rabies panda on it?
Why am I gonna spend $800 on Assassin's Creed if you can't even get a real panda?
You're right. I don't know. I even asked myself that question, and that is why I need you in my life to give me the other side of things.
Seriously.
Another big thing, not a huge deal, but South Park Fractured But Whole. We didn't get to see a whole lot of that. Like, I would expect by now we'd have gameplay or something. It was just a trailer. And I was like, what's happening?
Yeah, I'm not sure how much they want to push it, because you don't see commercials for it. You barely see advertisements for it. And it's kind of like a cult following game. It's like if you played South Park on the N64, it's like you were always craving another South Park game. And then you got one, and now you're getting another one. And it's like raunchy. It has all the elements that is South Park. And
the first one did so well. And this game is, by all rights, going to do just as well. But we don't, what's going on with it? We don't know.
I think that the development is just going strong. I think the one previous to this had some delays. So I think they ran into some problems. So maybe they don't want to tease it. Maybe they don't want to give too much information. And we saw that in other conferences where they didn't want to give you enough information to give you hope that it's coming on this date. And it's coming in this year. It's like, we're going to give it to you around this time. And maybe that's what this is. They want to just tease you, and then they're going to keep pushing more information. And then who knows when they'll present again. I mean, nothing at this level, because E3 is, the big show, so.
Right, I think we got, I guess PAX will be coming up next, so we'll see if we get any more there. But I'm excited for it. I want to play it. And then they've got this new mobile game coming out. It's called South Park The Phone Destroyer. And I don't know what the hell it is. I don't want to destroy my phone.
I bet it's like a tappy type game where you got to tap your screen a lot.
Yeah.
Hopefully you get to beat up Cartman a whole lot. I'm sure it's going to be fun, or it's going to be, you're going to play it for a week and you're going to have some laughs, and it's going to get some downloads, and hopefully they put in-app purchases, which I don't usually partake in, but I know that it's a good way to make money with apps, so
yeah, we'll
see what happens.
I mean, I'll play it. Just give it to me. I'll play it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, I download a bunch of mobile games like every other day. I play them for like an hour, and then I don't look back, and then there's some that just keep their hooks in me. So maybe, just maybe, because it's South Park, I'm in there.
Oh, Starlink, did you hear about that?
No.
It's some type of ship game. I'm not sure exactly what you're doing, but what it is there's like a physical toy that you hook into your remote, it looks like, or it hooks into your controller. and as you take off parts and put on parts on the actual toy, it transfers it into the game. So if I had to put 2 guns on my actual toy connected to the controller, it would go. You'd see it in the game.
Okay, so it's not like Skylanders where they gave you a little base. You're actually going to plug this into your controller?
Yeah, so I mean, now this is what I could tell from it. So don't take me to the bank on it, but it looked like they had a controller, and there was some kind of attachment with this ship, maybe a ship that kind of looked like a Lego ship or something along those lines. And he was taking off pieces and building onto a ship, and as he would do that, you could see his ship playing in the game.
Oh wow! Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now because I have to see this, guys.
Yeah,
I missed this.
It seems like it's an open world space type game. I don't know. Like I'm cool with having those physical objects and messing with them.
This toy looks fucking huge.
Yeah, it does. It does. I've noticed that. It looks like it's about 2 times bigger than the controller.
Okay, let me see what it says. Starlink seems designed to have players buy moddable Starship toys so weapons can be swapped out, for example, that are then mounted to the player's gamepad via a custom attachment. I wish I could see more of it because I don't know where it took to. It looks like it took to the bottom of this Xbox controller, so maybe the charger is down there. I'm not familiar with the controller.
Well, like I said, I don't know. I don't know that they had a whole lot about it before, prior to E3. In all honesty, it's not something that I'll probably get, but I know that there's that market for these physical toys and these interchangeable parts that people will go nuts for.
Yeah, I'll tell you why I won't do it. And the reason is that now that I have money, I can't bring myself to buy such things.
I understand. Trust me, I understand.
Like every time that I walk by Pokemon cards, I'm like, you know how many booster packs I could buy, dog? And then I start to think about it like a booster pack is however much they are, we'll say $5. And I get paid X amount of dollars. Like I could clean house on some booster packs.
So I was at work and I had a buddy telling me about Hero Clicks. You ever heard of those?
Hero Clicks, no.
Hero Clicks. So they're like figures, and they've got all kinds. I mean, you got Marvel, DC, probably anything under the sun you can think of. And what it is some kind of game, and it's like a statue, and then they have a circular base. And there's like numbers and certain stuff on that base, and you turn them and they click. And you play this whole game with them, man. It's like this whole thing. And he was telling me about comic shop that he goes to, and they play tournaments and stuff. And I was like, this sounds fucking awesome. I look up these figures, and these figures, there's some cool ass figures, man. And I'm just like you can't tell me this stuff because I'll go down this rabbit hole and I'll never come out, or I'll come out on the other side broke.
Yeah, and we got things to take care of.
Yeah, for real.
I couldn't do it. I really couldn't. I'm going to look them up. When we get done, I'm looking them up. I know. I got a budget. I had a hard time going out to dinner tonight.
That's what I'm saying. If it's too much, I'll cry. Just a little bit. I might shed one tear.
It's why I haven't bought more Pop Dolls. I have a bunch of them. But it's every time I walk by them, I'm like, man, this one looks so cool. And you want to know which one's coming out?
What?
Bob Ross, dog. Bob fucking Ross.
Oh, my
Paint your happy trees, motherfucker.
Let's put a happy tree in a happy place. I got 5 now sitting up here looking at me. I got Steampunk Batman's looking at me, and Batman Beyond. And I got Deadpool and Green Lantern. Then I got Goku.
Nice. But back to E3.
Yeah, we kind of got off on a tangent. But let's wrap up, Ubi. I mean, they were there. What can you say? Nothing.
They got cool things coming.
My heart didn't beat but maybe once or twice for Skull and Bones.
Yeah.
Nothing new. Besides Skull and Bones, nothing. I think that Beyond Good and Evil, people saw it coming. They just didn't know when it was going to happen.
Exactly.
I mean, a cult hit like that, they got to do. But, if I had to, Ubisoft was just there, in my opinion,
Yeah, everything just gave me... If we were on a scale of 1 to 10, most things kept me at a 7.
God, see, that's higher than me. I'd put me at a 5 for most things. Maybe moved up to a 6.5 to a 7 on some things.
All right, I can respect that.
Yeah, it's just I kept getting this feeling of boringness, and we can segue right into Microsoft because I didn't hear an applause almost the whole time that they were on stage.
They're showing just. wasn't that good.
So here's what I think happened, and this is my opinion, but me watching this live stream of their conference, they opened up, started showing off Project Scorpio, and Phil Spencer's out there, and he's talking about, this is what we got. We got 6 teraflops. We got true 4K. This is the strongest console ever. They gave the true name for it, the Xbox One X. Underwhelming name, but hey, it is what it is. From that point, they should have, here's what we got. It's going to drop.
If you're looking for the date?
Yep, November 7th at $4.99. But they said that at the end of the conference. If they'd have kept that Project Scorpio up, let's say for another couple minutes, got all that done, said here's the name, here's the price, here's the release date, then hit us with all these good games, they would have cleaned house. But here's what they did. They gave us a little bit of news about the Scorpio, and then they proceeded to give us 42 games that literally I don't think anybody really cared about. 42 tiny trailers of games.
Yeah, you can't just spin them off that fast. It's like you need to have something that's going to hit them hard. So in there, how many of them are great? Out of 40, you probably should have had at least 6, 7, maybe 8 games that are really going to drive you home. That's really going to make you stand out over this next year.
Yeah, and they started out hard. They showed Forza. We knew they had Forza, and we knew they were going to show it. So they started out with Forza.
But how many times do you have to show Forza? It's great. The game is great.
Exactly.
It's looked great since it came out.
And then from there on, it just goes down here. I mean, you got the new Metro redo, or the new Metro Exodus. That's a okay game. So, but then the new Assassin's Creed, we've already seen that. I'm not going to go through this whole list. I've got, in my notes, I've got them all written down, which one's exclusive and which one's not. And maybe later on the site, I'll go through and put some of these games and put exactly what all I have written down. But, out of the whole thing, you've got... So, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is coming to Xbox this year.
I think that's a really good move.
Of course. Microsoft saw how good this game was doing and said, give it to me.
It's a clone of H1Z1, but it does it worlds better.
Well, so the H1Z1 mode was designed by PlayerUnknown. And that's where he got to start. He's a modder. And what he decided was, he did mods for Arma and for H1Z1. Both of them were kind of battle royale type games. So then he decided, well, I'm just going to go make my own game. That's what he wanted to do. So bring in PUBG, and the game takes off, catches on fire. I mean, lights the whole world on fire.
Yeah, it's great.
So that's a huge move. Yeah, so that's that had me salivating. That's going to make me re-up my Xbox Live.
I think that's a good move. It makes me want to get an Xbox to play it, or it just makes me want to get a PC.
Oh, yeah. And it will. I think it's coming to the PS4 later, but it's going to be an Xbox exclusive at first.
Oh, yeah.
You got these games, and I'm telling you, it's literally a laundry list of games that are just mediocre at best, maybe. And some are probably, by their own right, are good, and I might be giving it a bad rap, but none of them had their own time to shine.
Yeah, but it's like, how do you get excited about that? You can't.
Yeah.
And then when they show you games that you know are going to be good. You know Forza is going to be good. And then they go into Assassin's Creed, and then they talk about BioWare. Give me something.
Minecraft, big deal for it to be cross-play everywhere. That's a huge deal.
I agree.
Except Sony. We'll get into that later. But fucking Sony, I don't know what they're doing. But yeah, so you got Minecraft on everything at this point, so that's a huge deal.
And with Minecraft, though, are they opening up the world? Because I know on the consoles that you were limited, and on the PC you're not as limited.
So I'm not sure. Like, I know they've got a free 4K update coming. I don't know how that's going to affect the worlds, if they're going to be all the same size or not. But you're going to have community-run servers, stuff like that. So I think it's going to even out across the service, however they decide to do it. I have faith in it. I'm sure it's not going to be that big of a problem,
I don't see it being a problem. I think the game is, it's been good since it came out, and it gets better with the improvements, and every once in a while I fire it up and I go build something real quick, or just run around and go dig. And
I think, were you in that the last one we started up together? Where it was me, you, and Will, we all played together?
Yeah, we played for a few days, and then I think we started falling off into Mortal Kombat stuff.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so I still play on that map and build my house. But yeah, like that looked good. They've got this new super duper graphics pack. That looked really cool. More pixels, more blocks. So I mean, yeah.
Give me the blocks, boy.
You got some cool stuff. Finally, Cuphead. We know when Cuphead's coming out. I've been waiting for this game. This game was cool as shit. I mean, that's one of the things I got excited about, because this game you didn't hear a lot about it, and I was like, man, the style of this game, this old school cartoon feel, like I gotta have it. I'm excited.
It's gonna be fun, man. I'm gonna be at your house since you already have the Xbox One.
Yeah, and like I said, I let my Xbox Live Gold just lapse because I'm not playing it. Like I probably haven't played 10 hours worth of video games in the past 6 months on that.
You gonna trade that Xbox One in for an Xbox One X?
No, absolutely not. I can't do it. I cannot do it. I wouldn't have got the Pro. Well, I probably would have got the Pro anyway. But my PlayStation's disk drive was messing up, and the hard drive was kind of going on it. So I got it fixed. Got it to work for 10 minutes. Took it to GameStop. Traded it in for a Pro. Picked my Pro up.
Boom, bat. Let's go.
So whoever got that PlayStation is pissed.
I'm sure they just send them back.
So the new DBZ fighting game they showed.
Oh my god.
Woo, buddy.
That 2D looks so good with the cell shading.
Yeah. I'm excited. Like, I mean, I love my DBZ. I played the last two that came out, and man, I love those games.
Man, this one looks so good. It got me so excited when I saw it.
Yeah, it's a pure fighting game, it looks like. Like, just go in there and whoop some ass. And was it 3-on-3, I think?
Oh, yeah, 3-on-3?
Yeah.
Who's your 3, dog? Who's your 3?
Piccolo, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku.
You would.
And Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks.
All right.
Aggravating as fuck, but I love it.
So strong. If I had to pick 3, I would definitely have to go with Gohan when he destroyed Cell. So what was that, Super Saiyan 2?
So, he had that Super Saiyan. I think it was like Mystic Super Saiyan. I think what it was called.
So, I got that, Gohan. You definitely have to have Piccolo. And then, you're going to clown me, but I would either pick Tien or Chaozu.
Dog, you hate Tien. Okay, so I might can see Tien. That's okay. He's alright, but Chaozu would get smashed.
He's bait.
By an eyelash.
He's bait. He's bait. And he's one of my favorite characters, though.
Bait's no good when you just smash him into oblivion and then go kill everybody else.
Okay, so then if I swap out either of those two, I'd have to go with Krillin.
See, now you're just... I mean...
Dog, I got a soft spot for him. I watched the man get killed.
Yeah.
On the day it aired in U.S.
I'm telling you, like, Krillin is good at getting killed, and if he's on your team, he's going to do that. He's going to get killed. You need to step your game up, man.
If you had to pick a villain to be on your team, who you picking?
Oh, man. Probably... I'd have to go with Frieza.
Good choice.
Frieza's the all-time... I mean, my favorite villain.
Cold-blooded.
Behind Frieza at Cell.
I would go with Kid Buu.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, Buu was a pretty good villain.
So, we're going to have some good times with this game.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one. I will definitely pick it up and have some good fun with that. Hopefully we'll be able to stream it. That'll be fun. Or maybe do a tournament or something.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
And I know you probably didn't get to catch the actual conference, but when they showed Crackdown, guess who's the spokesman for it?
Who?
Terry motherfucking Crews. So
Finally.
He's just sitting there. He's like, why throw cars when you can throw buildings? And it's like, da, da, da. It's hilarious, dude. I was cracking up. I was cracking up. So he made the Crackdown experience good. If it wasn't for him, I'd have been yawning. The game looks great. That's not what I'm talking about. But it's just, we knew it was coming. There's nothing there.
Finally, someone showing Terry Crews some appreciation for his love for video games.
And it's like his son got into video games, and the reason that Terry Crews is big into him now is because he wanted to find a way to spend time with his son.
Yep.
So he made a channel, I think, and just had people tell him how to put together a PC.
Yeah, and I saw the video. He was like holding up stuff, and they're like, "Yeah, put it over here." Yeah, and then he got it running, and now he's gaming. And I mean, he wanted to be able to relate to his kid, so I can respect that.
Yeah. I don't know if you know this, but the speculation is that he's been in Blizzard headquarters a few times, and he might be voicing an Overwatch character. I just want to hear him running through and just punching people and be like, muscle, what?
That would be great.
Yeah.
You're running out of stuff for Microsoft?
Crappy
name, crappy games, let's go.
Shadow of War. Oh, big, the best applause they got all night. The original Xbox games are going to be backwards compatible now. So,
okay.
biggest, that like woke the crowd up. They said that kind of later. So, I mean, you're getting these Xbox games finally, which a lot of people wanted. And, backwards compatibility is a big deal. So
yeah, I mean, it makes you feel good about the purchases that you made. But think about when you were holding on to these games all the way through the life cycle of the 360. And then you were like, all right, I'm a Microsoft fanboy. Let me get this Xbox One. And what'd you do with your old games? You probably trashed them, or you traded them in for $1 or 50 cents. And who knows what you did with them. Or they're just sitting in your closet collecting dust. So if you still have them, you made out like a bandit. If you got rid of them, sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
That's it. I mean, there's games that I want to play on my PS4 that I played as a kid.
Yeah.
But it's, if you don't bring it to me, then I don't got it. And that's just it.
Yeah, I'm not crying for it. And, this whole debacle with about backwards compatibility from Sony, I'm dying. Like, why would you say shit like that? Like, you don't want to say these games look like trash. Who wants to play them? You don't just say that. Graphics the only thing that matters. That's bullshit.
No, the experience is what matters.
Yeah, and nostalgia is a strong feeling. I mean, nostalgia can drive people to do a lot of things. And in my opinion, when you're not doing backwards compatibility, Sony, you're leaving money on the table. Not in this PlayStation Now. What is it? I think it's the one where you rent the service, the rental service, where they have some of these PS2 games and PS1 classics or whatever.
And PS Now, maybe?
But, yeah, not that. I don't want that. I want you to bring true backwards compatibility.
Yeah, like, just bring it to me. Like, sell me a game again. You have it still. It's still in your library somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's, look, I want to play Cool Borders 2, or I want to play Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4. There's certain games that I really enjoyed that I won't get that experience again unless I purchase the console and find the game again.
And I mean, we can round out Microsoft. They showed out more Anthem, a little bit more gameplay. You get to see the Javelin exosuits. They basically called it a day after that.
Yeah, I think that's it. So do you want to go to the HD Twin, or do you want to talk about your favorite developer?
Let's talk about Bethesda. They were short, sweet, and to the point, man, and they didn't know how to put on a show. Like, it seemed like if you were there, it looked cool. Like, it was, they did it, I think they called it Bethesda Land, and it was like this theme park ride theme. It was really cool. So you saw all their games and some kind of cool fair theme. It was really neat. Open it up with Doom virtual fucking reality VFR and Fallout VR.
I think both of those are going to be really fun. I mean, Doom, instant classic, being able to dial right in with VR.
Oh yeah,
it's not my favorite experience because I don't really care about VR, but it's there. And then Fallout, so everybody has thought about what's going to happen in a post-apocalyptic world, and now you get to be there.
Absolutely.
I'm sure people are going to lose their minds when they go in this. They're going to play for far too long, and then when they take the headset off, they're not going to know what's going on, and then they're going to have newspapers all over their walls about all the conspiracy theories.
I'm excited because, and I'm not a VR guy, maybe eventually when, it seems a little bit more feasible, but the overall consensus seems like a lot of these VR games now are basically over glorified demos. And I don't think Doom is the entire game. I think it's a special built VR thing, but Fallout is the entire game. It's the whole AAA title of Fallout on VR. So that's a big deal. Like, you're getting a AAA game now for sure.
Yeah. And you're getting
it's
quality.
More the same, but yeah, it's a quality game.
And it's a different experience. You get to play the game a whole different way. You get to think about it more dialed in. Where now it's like, you're looking at your TV, you can see a whole lot of things. Now when you got this VR on, what's your perspective? And that's going to change a lot as to how you play. Yeah,
I totally agree. And, even if you played the original game, this game's going to give you a whole new feel. It's going to be a whole new experience. It's a big deal. I mean, yeah, it's more of the same as far as games go, but it's a big deal.
Yeah, it's a step in the right direction for VR.
Yeah, definitely.
So
I think VR is very viable. It's a viable thing, and it's going to continue to grow, and hopefully it flourishes. I love the idea of VR and AR, and I hope it flourishes.
Yep. I get to eat my words about Elder Scrolls.
Yeah. Well, okay, so here's the thing. I mean, they've had Elder Scrolls Online for a while.
Yep.
It's a good game, but they're just adding content that that's in lieu of, I want a true, Elder Scrolls proper game. Like, I want it so bad. This Morrowind expansion for ESO looks awesome. Like, I mean, everything I saw about it, I'm happy with. And I had a short stint into ESO, and it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I just, got busy with other stuff, stopped playing it.
Oh, yeah. I never played it, but I figured that it was kind of getting played out. And as you can see, more content's coming, and I'm sure they're cooking up the game that you're envisioning. A true Elder Scrolls game.
Of course they are. And it's got to be coming soon because they really are running Skyrim into the ground. Like, they're milking the thing for everything that it's worth.
Yeah, so it's time to take the heat off and maybe start looking at revamping Skyrim when the new Elder Scrolls comes out, and then they can hit you with one good title followed by another. And then they're doing all kinds of great things. Like we said, we're getting a new Wolfenstein. Oof. Called that right out the gate.
We're going to jump right into that big boy.
Yeah, we're going to just jump right in. It looks phenomenal.
Yeah, dude, and I didn't play the first one, and we talked about this, but damn if this game doesn't make me excited. Like, I want to go back and play and I want to immerse myself in this game.
But it's, I don't know if you need to know the story content from the first one to play the second one, and then, rightfully so, do I even care?
I mean, was it Nazi werewolves? I don't care. Whatever. I'll take it. I don't know what it is. Well, let's go. But, yeah, the game looks amazing, and that's a big title that they released, and this game is probably going to just shovel in money, because it looks absolutely amazing.
Oh, yeah, it's going to crush. I think that it's going to do really well. They're going to sell a lot of copies of this.
The new Colossus, that's his proper name.
And it is Colossus.
Yeah. But, other than that, they talked about their Legends card game. I didn't know about it. I've never heard of this card game. Maybe I've been living under a rock. But it's Bethesda's card game, and it looks really cool. Like, I don't know. I know Hearthstone's really big right now, so that could be overshadowing it. But, man, Legends looked really neat. It's like, just their version of a card game that you played, and they were talking about all these expansions and stuff coming out for it. It looked really neat.
It's one of those things that you just cannot get into. If you do it, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now, boy.
Bye-bye. Let's talk about one of my favorite Bethesda games, Dishonored. They're bringing in the DLC for Dishonored 2. It was funny because I was just talking about how I wanted to play something with the Outsider. And without going into too much detail, the Outsider is the one who gives you kind of your powers, your shadow powers. He's from a shadow realm, basically. But in this one you're playing, it's called Death of the Outsider. So it's either you're playing as him when he died, or you're playing as the people who killed him, or something along those lines. It looks really cool. And who doesn't want more Dishonored? And other than that, I mean, you kind of got a little bit of Quake. Not a whole lot there, and I know that it's going to probably be a big... I would think that's going to go into the esports realm. It's built for that,
Yep. It was big. It'll be big again, as long as it's done right, and I have 100% faith in Bethesda for doing the right thing with games.
Oh, yeah, they're good, and they, by all rights, they do have some glitches in their game, but they make some of the biggest worlds that there are in games. So, of course, they're going to have some glitches there,
Oh, yeah, and they do it well, so.
Oh, yeah. They talked about Skyrim for the Switch. Looked, like I said, they're milking Skyrim for all it's worth. But what did look cool was the Link amiibo. Scan the Link amiibo, and in the game, your character can look like Link. You saw the green garb and the hat and the sword.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool. That's just a gimmick in my opinion, but
it is
what it is.
But it's like, a fresh little look to your character that you didn't have previously, and you get to enjoy Skyrim again on either handheld or on your TV, and you get to just do the same stuff again.
That's the big deal, is taking Skyrim on the go. Like, when can you've not been able to do that?
Yep. And
so
it's not a real selling point to me, because if I play Skyrim, I want to sit down and relax and just immerse myself in the game. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to party chat. I just want to go and have fun and do my thing.
And then finally, the only other thing I got for Bethesda is The Evil Within 2. That's a really cool game that came out. I didn't play it, but I've watched a lot of videos and heard a lot about it, and it's apparently scary as hell, and did well for them. So they're releasing the sequel to that. Those two announcements with that and the Wolfenstein they made that conference. Other than that, it was a very, very lackluster conference.
Yeah, and I mean, they're always short, to the point, and they just get you what you want.
Yep. So, I mean, they did, like I said, if it wasn't for those two, keeping them afloat, it would have been a whole other story, but...
Yeah, without those two, you grade them at a C+, but with this, you put them at A-.
I put them at a... Maybe a
strong
so okay.
B+.
Without those two games, I put them at a C-, and with those two games, I brought them up. If we're rating, I hate to rate us, neither here nor there, but give them a B- maybe.
Yeah, and I mean they're gonna bring it. So there's more to come from Bethesda than just what they've shown. So you never know what's cooking in the pot, man.
They just released these big games this past year, and you had Doom, and you had Dishonored 2, and then you had Prey. So there's some big games. So they've got to, what do you expect from them? They've pumped out a lot of content.
Yeah, they had a big appetite, and now they got to digest. So I think they're gonna do. I think it's gonna come out well. They're gonna come out on top like they usually do. So.
All right, you doing it? You ready to move into the big dogs?
All right. So if I had to choose where we're gonna go next, we're gonna go to Sony Land.
Absolutely. Let's go to Sony Land. They had this their show, man. They can put on a damn show. There ain't no doubt about it.
See, but they've come to do a show where they don't make promises and they don't rehearse for days on end. They meet up the day before, they go over it, and then they present. They did
their thing for a Sony conference. It wasn't that that good of a conference. I mean, it's middle of the road at best. But for this E3 and the lineup that the other companies were putting out, Sony by far had the strongest lineup. I mean, I don't see how you can fight that.
They always have a strong lineup. They have so many exclusive games. They have so many iconic characters. Right. They know where to push the envelope. They know how to do it. And Sony is really crushing. They're getting arrogant, but they're really crushing it.
Yep. And I mean, I hope they don't get too big for their britches, and they are making maybe a few mistakes, in my opinion, but that's neither here nor there. They just showed us some games, and nothing new. I mean, I was mad because we didn't see The Last of Us 2, and we didn't see, a Bloodborne 2, which I knew was going to happen. But, don't forget that they had their PlayStation experience. This is their second or third year now, I can't recall. But this is their own conference. Like, they might be holding out a lot of stuff for this.
Yeah, I mean, and then, they knock socks off with that Shadow of Colossus remake.
Yeah, did you see it coming?
No. I had almost forgotten about the game. And then as soon as the announcement was made, I started scrolling through my Facebook and I see somebody talking to their mom, like, do you remember how many hours I put on this game? And I'm like, do you remember how many hours I put on this game?
That's crazy, because that's one I skipped over. And I've heard so many good things about it. And now I'm excited to play it, because it's coming remastered, and that's exciting.
There's so much
Is
fun.
It anything new? No. But is it awesome? Yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely. Like you want that nostalgia blast.
Mm-hmm.
And you're getting it. God of War looked great, like it always does.
Oh my goodness, the game, God of War, Kratos, please. What can you say? I was almost speechless with that showing. It looks amazing.
With every one, though, they make Kratos more and more vulnerable.
Well, they have to. I mean, you almost can't relate to him when he's so untouchable.
Yeah, by the end of the game, you can't relate to him at all.
Yeah. Maybe that's what they're trying to do. You're going to want to relate to him, and you see him, or see what his soft spot is,
But the game is... They've always looked good, but they just continue to show out with God of War.
We know about it. We knew about God of War, but the stuff they showed still wowed me, and nothing but good things are happening with that game, and it's exciting. Days Gone. That game looks fucking phenomenal. Bikers, zombies, and shit. Are you kidding me? That's awesome.
They look gnarly.
Yeah, and these zombies aren't your Walking Dead, I don't know how to walk right zombies.
These zombies don't have a gimp.
These motherfuckers are going to come get your ass.
Yeah, they're not fucking around.
I'm loving it. The gameplay they showed was like a sneak mechanic where you're trying to sneak through this campsite, and then at one point you had to blow up a gate, and the zombies heard it, and they ran, and you hid, and they killed everybody else there, and it just looks good. It looks like good gameplay, and I'm all about zombies.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm not big on zombies. I don't really care for it, but this is going to be a game that I'll definitely be checking out.
Yeah, I'll definitely play through it, and it looks like a single player experience, but it could have a multiplayer aspect to it and I love the multiplayer stuff. So.
Oh yeah, if it's multiplayer, then it opens up a new element. If it's single player, then how many times are you gonna do it? You're not gonna do it too much. Horizon's getting DLC,
and that was surprising. Like, who really thought that they'd be getting extra content so quick? I mean, I'm not mad. I love that game. That's one of my top games all time. Still probably my game of the year. But who would have thought they were going to get it so soon?
It's that they probably had it, though. It's stuff that didn't make the first cut, and then, they can put a spin on it and put it in a different perspective and then make you do something else. Game is good.
Right.
And more content is going to be great. You can't complain about a game that just feels so natural when you play. The mechanics feel good. It gets your heart pumping when you're running. When you're hiding, it's like you hold your breath. It was an immersive experience. The scenery was great, so you're going to get back into that and see more of that. You can't complain with that. It's going to be so good. I'll be definitely picking up that Horizon DLC. So,
yeah, me too. And I'm going to be playing probably every piece of DLC they put out for that game. No doubt about it.
There's so much to do. I don't know how far you got and how much you completed, but
I completed the game with about a 68% completion. I didn't want to do I didn't really find the hunting grounds fun. So I didn't want to do that. There's some things I did skip over, but I felt like I got enough out of it.
I felt like with the hunting grounds, though, it's like you had to find the sneaky-ish, trickiest way.
In some of them you did, yeah, but in some of them you were just shooting the balls off people.
Yeah, so in some of them I schemed my ass off, and then others I was like, nope, not doing it. Can't do it, sorry, bye.
Best part about that game is overriding a damn giant-ass saber-toothed tiger-looking dude to attack everything else. Like, you just lure him in a trap. I did I forget what they're called now, but the saber-toothed tiger-looking robots, I would override them, and those dudes are badass, and you just bring anything to you, and they'll tear it apart. That was the best part about that game. But yeah, I'm excited about that. Bring me all the DLC. Just keep it out until they do Horizon 2, which is absolutely going to be in the works probably right now.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they're talking about it, but I'm sure we won't hear of that for a good 2 years.
Yeah,
it's going to be one that they hold on to, and then they're going to, when they give it to you, you better be ready, boy. You better be ready.
Did you see the Monster Hunter?
Yeah, I saw Monster Hunter. That's super exciting.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And I mean, I've never really played it before, so this gives me a chance to jump into that.
Yeah. Same here.
So,
I mean, I'm familiar with it. I'm obviously in the know, but I've never played it.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's already out in Japan. I don't know if it's this one.
Yeah, I think that they've been dropping in Japan more than they have over here. So
yeah, it's Capcom, so they do that a lot. They've got a heavy presence over there, as far as I know. Yeah. I saw Marvel vs. Capcom. That game just looks like pure fun.
It does, but what fighting game do I want to play more? The DBZ game, or do I want to play Marvel vs. Capcom? I'm torn. Well, they got characters that I love on both.
I think that it's going to be, which we don't even know. I don't even know the release date, so it might not be coming out in the same time frame. But the Dragon Ball Z game is a little bit more of a niche. It's got a niche audience, I think, more than Marvel vs. Capcom. Not everybody in the world knows Goku, but everybody in the world probably knows the Hulk. Everybody in the world probably knows who Mega Man is. Everybody in the world probably knows who Wolverine is,
I love the art for that game. Some of the characters look amazing.
Absolutely. I love
Mega Man. The way they drew Mega Man, man, it's beautiful.
I'm excited about it. Just a little segue off that. I think the new Legacy Collection is coming out pretty soon.
It's going to be great. Can't beat it.
Absolutely.
I think the current one is on sale right now. It's like $4 or something. So if you don't have it,
worth it.
Pick it up.
Fun. You want to sit around and get pissed off and drink yourself into a stupor? You play that game.
Boom bap. Let's go. Spider-Man looks
Call
fun.
of Duty.
Fuck
man.
Call of Duty. It sells.
All right, we'll talk about
it. Just sells, and that's it. There's nothing special about Call of Duty anymore. The only good thing is that they're going back to their roots a bit. They're getting rid of fucking robot dog transformations and exosuits and all that dumb bullshit.
Yeah, I don't want to run on walls. I want to shoot an M1 Grand, and I want to feel like I'm actually doing something. I don't want to. Like, they kept moving further and further to the future, and eventually this shit gets played out.
Yeah, but you can't move into the future when there's games like Titanfall.
Oh yeah,
like
Titanfall is a phenomenal game now.
Yeah, like you can't give me wall running when I can run on walls in another game, and I can jump in a big ass machine and fucking wreck shop. Like Call of Duty, you just don't do it for me. You don't even get my blood pumping. I'm pretty sure that I flatline when I see the trailers.
I bought. God, I don't remember the last one that came out. Advanced Warfare. Played it for maybe a week and a half and returned it.
Wow.
Or traded in. I just wasn't a bad game. It just wasn't for me. I can't do it.
They don't sink into you anymore. It's not Modern Warfare. It's not Black Ops or Black Ops 2. Like those games, I remember grinding out, prestiging 3 or 4 times.
Yep,
playing
absolutely.
Die Hard. Just dumping hours. And
now we got Destiny for that.
Yeah. I'll just play Destiny.
Speaking of Destiny, Destiny 2 looks amazing. It's going to take all my time up.
It's going to take up so much time.
For, so Destiny 2, the best place to play it's on PlayStation. We have exclusive strikes. Lake of Shadows, I think is what it's called. We're getting exclusive gear again. We're getting PvP maps. I mean,
we get the beta first.
Yeah, I'm stoked. This game is, God, it looks good. Cade 6, hilarious.
Oh.
Makes me almost want to be a hunter, but Warlocks for life. But
Warlock Master Race, let's go.
And with all the stuff, they decided to show VR like right in the middle of their conference, and that just slowed the whole conference down. They were doing solid until the VR stuff.
They're just trying to stay with the times.
Let me stop for a minute. I don't know if you know about this, but Final Fantasy fucking 15, there's a VR fishing game. A fishing game. Like, you're literally just fishing. I'm flabbergasted that the words are coming out of my... Who sat there and said, hey, fucking, we got Final Fantasy 15, let's make them fish.
Yeah, but it's something that you can do with VR. It's, it's something that's super VR capable, that you get to do this. You can do this in real life, and now you can do it in a game. I used to love playing real fish. You never played real fishing?
Yeah, but no, so there's a difference between that and then spending my money and sitting there and trying to jerk off a fishing pole to catch some Final Fantasy 15 fish. I'm not doing it.
I mean, I don't think you've met your jerking quota this month. I'm sure you can fish.
I don't know if you know how much my jerking quota is or how much I've done.
But we digress.
But yeah, the VR stuff just killed me, man. I can't. They slowed it down, and Skyrim VR's out.
It doesn't.
Yet again.
It's another thing that doesn't get my blood pumped, but it doesn't put me into comatose. It's like, cool, VR is out there, and if you enjoy it, hey, have fun, bud. But to me, it just is what it is. I like sitting on the couch, and I like being able to talk to people, and I don't want to put this shit on my face and not see what's going on, and then for people like you to draw a dick on me while I'm playing VR fishing.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, you won't admit it, but you stepped on my head one night. And
Spider-Man looked amazing. Looked absolutely amazing.
Yeah. Way to shoot your web over that one.
That was a terrible pun. You should shut the fuck up.
No, Spider-Man looks so fun. It reminds me of when Spider-Man was on the Wii. Do you remember that game?
No, I didn't play that one.
But it's like you got to sit in your living room, you got to arm, and you were just...
Yeah, it looks like this is like you're playing Spider-Man. You are Spider-Man. You're doing what Spider-Man does. And the cool part about it was you weren't just fighting, bad guys. The combat does look great, and there's a lot of environmental moves which look really cool that add an extra dynamic. But you're saving the citizens. Shit's coming down, and you gotta stop it. And you gotta web this to the side of a building, and it's phenomenal. The game is great. There hasn't been a Spider-Man proper for a long time.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to just get in the world and just web around all the buildings and ignore everything that's going on, and then the possibilities are endless. They could open up so many avenues for DLC. It's gonna be a cash cow, and it's gonna do well.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can't get around that.
Yeah, I just really hope that it just stays smooth and on point. They go with it.
It's like I said, overall, they had the best overall conference. They had a strong showing.
Yeah.
I give this year's to Sony. People are going to argue with it. Argue all you want, but you can't beat Sony's exclusive, and that's what they gave you. Yeah, Am I mad that I didn't see anything brand new? Am I mad that I didn't see Bloodborne 2? Yeah. But with the showing that they gave me, I'm okay.
And you have the right to be mad. But it's do they need to drop these games just yet when they have their foot so far up this generation's ass? No. They really don't. They're doing great. Like you said, their conference was great. I don't give it the best of E3 like you do, but I think that they've got it figured out. They know not to make promises that they can't keep, and they've seen in the past where they give you a release date and it falls behind, and then it gets pushed, and then the game gets pulled, or whatever the case is. So now they keep you in quarters, or they keep you in seasons, and they let you know, like, you're going to get this game around this time, so keep your eyes out. And, they're crushing it. They're doing a really great job.
We can talk about PC gaming. I watched it. I went back and checked it out, and, PC gaming seems to get pushed under the wayside because a lot of the PC stuff does come to consoles and vice versa. But they opened up with XCOM 2. I play a little bit of XCOM. I like that. The game looks pretty cool. It's like a strategy, move your troops around type game. There's a bunch of, with the PC, you have a bunch of RTS, real-time strategy games, and a bunch of first-person shooter games, and that's basically their bread and butter.
Yeah.
So you saw a lot of that.
It's all the same stuff. You're not going to see much. You're not going to, you know that PC, for what you can put in a PC, you can dominate consoles. Graphically, absolutely. You can, you have better frame rates. You have all the competitive play is PC-based. Whether that be Rocket League, Overwatch, CSGO, you have all these things. So,
and, there is some cool stuff like Mech Warrior, big major PC franchise. They're making a new game based off that. You saw some more. Of course, you had PlayerUnknown come in talking about PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. NVIDIA was up there talking about all their new, not NVIDIA, Intel, talking about all their new gear and what, the i9s and all this new stuff coming out.
It's all the things that you expect from a PC conference.
Yep.
I don't
Sea
think
of Thieves showed. I might do a write-up on PC gaming because there was a lot of content. It's an hour and 45 minutes, almost 2 hours. So, check out the site. I might throw an op-ed up about PC gaming within the week.
Yeah, I don't think we should dwell on it too much here because it's, graphic cards and CPUs and all these things. And, the games are pretty similar and any exclusives. It's like, all right, here you go. And hopefully they hit and that's it. So.
And we can go back. We started out talking about it, but Nintendo, they killed it. They had the best most surprising announcement.
Yeah. I would say they had the best showing because of the heavy hitters that they brought out. You can't you can't say 2 Metroid games, a Kirby game, a JRPG, Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
We knew a lot of what was coming besides Metroid. But man, Mario Odyssey looks phenomenal. Like, that game looks good.
And it has multiplayer.
Yeah.
It's going to be so fun.
It's going to get me excited for it. And here's the plan. I hope I have a Switch by the time December 25th rolls around. Or I hope Santa Claus brings me a Nintendo Switch. I don't know what I'm going to get, but I definitely want Zelda, and I definitely want Mario Kart, and probably going to get Mario Odyssey. And if it's out by holiday. I don't even know if it's going to be out by the holiday.
It got my heart pumping, man. Mario Odyssey looks so fun. And then it just reminded me of the first time I played Super Mario Sunshine.
Oh, the game. That's one of my favorite Mario games.
So then you're going to love this. You're going to love Mario Odyssey.
I think so, too. And, you got... Nintendo is known for their first parties. You got Kirby. There's a Kirby game coming out. The only thing I think we're missing a Donkey Kong. I've been hollering for a new Donkey Kong forever.
I'm sure it's in the works, man. I'm sure.
Yeah,
Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah, everything I saw Nintendo, they did a great job. And it was short. It was short, 30 minutes maybe?
Yeah, it was really short, but it was so damn good.
Yeah.
So good.
As far as I'm concerned, Nintendo is listening to the consumers. They are listening to their fan base.
Finally.
And, yep, they're they're making their move, and I'm so glad they released a console that you can finally call a success. I'll have one. I'll have one hopefully by December. Not before, if I don't catch the itch.
I'm sure that this comes to you as a surprise, how much love that I'm showing to Nintendo right now.
It does, because, we've cracked Nintendo's skulls in for the past, I don't know, 6 months?
Yeah, past 6 months I've been ragging Nintendo. And then when they did this, man, they pull on the heartstrings just right.
It just goes to show that we're not unruly guys. We can let credit be given to what credit's due.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that wraps up E3. Like I said, overall, it was bland. There wasn't a whole lot, but there was some bright spots in it.
Oh yeah, and it just gives us more to look forward to as the months pass by, and then we'll be hyped up again for E3, I'm sure, next year. So.
Well, I think that's about all we got. Carmen, you want to let everybody know where they can find us and find all our information?
Oh yeah, check us out on Facebook, Hella Average Gaming. Drop us a like, comment on all our posts. We bring up all our news, anything that we're working on, updates for the podcast. Check us out on Soundcloud. Check us out on Twitter. Support us on Patreon if you're enjoying what you're hearing. And we just look forward to any feedback, and we do appreciate all of your patience as we work through the technical issues. We tell you we started recording this tonight at 9, and we've been working through it ever since. It's almost 10:30, so we're doing this for the love of the game.
Absolutely. So with that, I would have to say play on and stay hella average.